Okay. Let's just quickly. Can you quickly tell me the order? Where are you starting with the practice routine or?
I'll start with the practice routine, and then beret and soar, study in B minor, then Carcassi etude, and then Leo Brouwer study 7.
Okay, great. Just give me a second because I haven't just to open the Leo Brouwer. The rest I have it ready. Okay. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Maybe on this one we can do maybe first 2 lines I and M and then next 2 lines A and M. So instead of doing like the whole 4 lines with each fingerings, we can do, and then I'll tell you what to do next. So maybe we'll skip A and M. And I sorry. So we'll do I and M for the first 2 lines. You can stop if you want then, and then as third and fourth line, let's do A and M.
Okay.
I'm shortening it a little bit because we have little time. So
All right. And then you said the third and fourth do
M
A
and
and
M and A. Yeah. Oh, A and M. Yeah.
Okay.
Great, nice. Let's just do thumb and index, maybe for first line or a couple of lines, and that's enough then. Moving on to the buzzing.
and then just do all of.
We maybe not all. Let's we could do maybe the scale up the first variation and then the scale down the second one. Yeah, maybe half. So ascending scale, you do the first, like the vibrato towards the left and then descending towards the right, and then we repeat the scale again when we do third and fourth variation also. Good, excellent. Let's maybe do. We can even split it more. We can do first octave, the third variation, and then the second octave, then the fourth, and then we're done. Very good. Next one. Good. The scales.
Do you want me to do the IM or?
Oh, we could do, no, IM is good. We could do maybe the first one, so the C shape without variations, or if you want, with both variations. And then the A shape, so with the rest stroke also with variations. Or if you want to pick a scale you particularly like, so that we have one with a rest stroke and one with a free stroke.
Okay.
Good. Now take one of the scales and do the first variation. And the dotted rhythm. Okay, let's move to the repertoire. Can you just give me a second because I'm not sure if... I'll be right back.
Okay.
Bye. Left the door closed. Oops. Yeah, all good. Yeah, I left the key inside, so my partner can enter. I was hearing some noises in the background. Good. Okay, the Bach. Do you usually do both repeats, first repeat?
I do whatever it says. I do the first repeat and the second. So
Okay, then let's just do the first, okay?
so just repeat the first part?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If it's okay with you,
Yeah.
unless you're like very used to repeating it twice. Probably. Should we do the second part again?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Do you want me to do the repeats on this one too, or
You decide.
okay?
Whatever feels better. Okay, great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Not the easiest program.
Oh,
I
it's
think you,
nerve-wracking.
I think you're maybe the second person I'm hearing play the Brouwer's the Study 7 for the exam. Maybe Carrie
Yeah.
did it, or yeah. Most people wouldn't even dare. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's not an easy study. Yeah,
Yeah.
good, great. I usually first review the practice routine, and then I'll say some things in general, and then we speak about the repertoire. How long have you been playing the pieces? Just because. To
For
give you-
like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a short time.
Yeah.
Because I had a feeling like obviously you're a good player, but then maybe some things were like a little bit on the edge of maybe
Yeah.
needing a little bit more time. No, with the always with the pressure, with stage fright or whatever. We always lose like 10 to 15%. So it was also this the whole situation being a little bit under pressure. But good, no, very very nice exam overall. Very nice exam. So I usually always start with practice routine because it's like just focusing on a few details, maybe more like general advice. Resguiados was good. I would focus on not moving the hand, so really just finger movement, so that you don't go with the whole hand. That's the idea later also with all the flamenco strumming. I mean, they have different strummings. They also have the ones where the hand is involved. But in this case, for rasguiados like this one, it's really only fingers. So your thumb is fixed and it's only fingers. And it's an excellent exercise, even if we don't play that kind of music, because it strengthens the fingers and works on the speed, so it's good. In the third line, do separate the pinky, A, M, and I. Separated. I think you went together. The second exercise was very good. One thing I did notice this, and then later in some other exercises, I was hearing lots of nail click. These exercises are, especially staccatos, they're always like a good check. Oh, okay, how are my nails doing today? So I felt there was lots of nail click, which is not a huge problem, but yeah, maybe you might be interested in getting rid of gradually. This is when you do your nails. So if I'm sort of like shaping my nails, I usually do like repeated stroke with one finger, and then also just pay attention. Am I getting too much of the nail click? This basically means that the point of attack, so the point of where the landing point of the finger, there's too much of the nail.
Okay.
So when you plug the string, it should be always nail and flash. If it's only nail, then you're gonna be getting the click. Yeah. Okay. So you can experiment a little bit with that. The buzzing was good. Just be careful. Then also in the other exercises, I'll comment. whatever the exercise is, always be in a good, like, let your fingers be in a nice playing shape, especially the pinky, which you sometimes tend to have to stretch. So maybe a little bit more on the fingertips, so not like this. Yeah. Oh, for the vibrato, also careful with the pinky, have it nice and curled. And then with the slurs, I try to, like, 1 and 2 is an easy slur, like, by now also for you probably. But you can still work on trying to keep the others, so especially the pinky and the third finger, somehow maybe a bit more aligned, so they don't end up somewhere totally else. So that's, for me, it's, I always take it as an extra challenge. If I'm working on an exercise that only, let's say, only 2 fingers are involved, I try to keep the other 2 also somehow controlled, so that they're not just like all over the place. Yeah. The acciaccature, you can, I think the idea of this exercise, you can play it slower, and then so the slur is fast, but the tempo doesn't have to be fast, because I think when you speed it up, then everything somehow, the slur becomes a little bit slower, so you're maybe missing the point of the exercise. And then in the appoggiatura, the ascending slur, it doesn't have to be, I mean, you might want to like hit it really hard, but you can also just go for a, equal volume, because this is what you would have in the repertoire. The board work was really good. Careful again with the pinky, so that it's a bit more curled, in general. Unless we have certain, like, stretches where I need to stretch the pinky. If for the rest, if it's not the case, then just keep it a little bit rounder. It's gonna be more stable. You can work more with the weight. Okay, and the scales were good. For the variation, maybe one little advice. This one's tricky. Don't move the hand when you do the thumb stroke, because then you lose the position. So just minimal movement with the thumb, and the rest is good. The chords, because we have five three. For the 5, are there any chords with 4? I know they're mostly four notes. Yeah, you can just do. No need to strum. Well, you could also just go with okay. Maybe it's easier just to use fingers. Good. And then with repertoire, I think maybe it was a little bit of a mix with nerves and and the fact that you haven't been playing the pieces for too long. So then also maybe a few memory mistakes. Let me see. I can obviously see you can play. Maybe the pieces would need some more time. Do you feel like working on them a little bit longer, or are you already like? Or are you already like wanting to go to the next grade? Or what are sort of what's your?
There's like for the etude, that's one that I want to keep. To play. Just for fun. So I'd like to get faster on that one.
On the 7, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still like ready to move on too.
You're ready to move on. Good. The bourrée sounded quite solid, just that then, the memory mistakes kicked in. But the study in B minor, I missed maybe a bit more of, like dynamics within the phrase. It sounded a little bit flat. And maybe having a little bit more of the singing in the top. Even though it's a study, but it's more of a crescendo, and then going down, so a bit more of, something happening, and maybe searching for a darker tone, especially in the melody, so that it's not, just too just to have it a bit, give it a bit more of a special character. Solar studies are mostly about musical problems. They do have a little bit of technical problems, but most of them are more about developing, your musicality. So here more can be done, and also in the second part with this dramatic. Let me see it properly. All this second part. Dynamically, you can do so much more, right? And give it some more fluidity. Yeah, so that's possible. This was maybe what I was missing. And then we had the Carcassi. Yeah, this is an excellent study. I've played it for how long am I? Not like 15 years. I don't always play it, but I used to play it, sort of often. It's an excellent study. You can keep in the repertoire for longer. Practice it. Don't only focus on speed. Also, just work on play slower and with full volume. You can just do everything forte, even if it's as piano, because this is gonna give you. Sort of build the stability and security this way. Sometimes when you start to you go faster, but then sometimes you lose obviously precision, but then sometimes also tone quality and volume. So this is something you can work on. The Brouwer study, careful with the rhythms here. The rest are so annoying. Even when I never really seriously played the study. So whenever a student plays it, I'm counting. Did they do the rest correctly? You need some more precision there. I didn't have the score open for it closed by accident. So, but in the second part, just be a little more precise with the rests. For example, then where was it? Yeah, so I think some of the rests were too short. Or not, not precise enough. Because we are back to, does it say it in the score? Well, we are back to 12/8, right? But it's not indicated. It's, oops. It's indicated in the middle. Yeah, so last line you have two rests, takata, bam, bam, takata, 1, 2, 3, takata, 1, 2, 3, bam. So there it was, you're a little bit too free. This is again a piece you might wanna keep in your repertoire. Let's just to wrap it up. Let's check on some criteria for grade 5. Your right hand, both so left and right hand positions are good. Watch your pinky. The tone production is good. Maybe some more variety in colors is something you can, start developing. You will see the grade 6. It's really a lot about just the singing quality of, you have lots of lyrical pieces So there you'll definitely be focused on tone. And grade 6 is, for me, it's mostly about tone and then balance between the voices. It's not, you will see, it's not that much of the virtuosic grade in a way, although you can still, you keep your studies, or even, take some other studies if you feel like, you need something faster. But it's going to be all about developing a good, deep tone. Maybe getting rid of some nail noises, so just that that this is something that's going to be interesting to work on. And then dynamics. In terms of fluency, your accuracy was good. So I think it's the fluency was more of this performance situation. What else do we have? Phrasing and musicality. You can start also inserting. We sometimes call it microdynamics. So more dynamics in terms of a phrase. So with the ta ra 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 ra. So you add more variation in. As you go, so that it's not only this is, and then the repeat is Ponticello, but then everything else is sort of flat.
Mm-hmm.
So you start, adding some more variety there.
Okay.
Good. So I'm gonna award you the grade 5 certificate.
Okay.
Good. Under the condition that you take it slow. Yes, some of the pieces were a
Yeah.
little bit on the edge. So do take it slow. Take at least 1 year for grade 6.
Okay.
Do you have a practice journal, or do you use any of that, or?
Yeah, I do. I use the like the CGC
Uh-huh.
journal. Mm-hmm.
Good. That's good. That's good. So you get like regular feedback from the teachers if you want to. Great. Any questions?
No. Mm-mm.
Good. That will be it. You will receive the recording